Hello and welcome to H&L Classics. So, you have decided that the Mercedes-Benz S-Class W140 is one of the finest automobiles to come out of Stuttgart that you would like to own, and would like to start your hunt for W140 yourself. Many of you have asked for advice on what to look out for when buying a W140, and we have put together a two-part series on what to look out for in your journey to find the best W140 for you. This video is part 1, where we talk about the 5 things to consider when choosing a W140. In part 2, we would share the 15 common issues to look out for when evaluating a W140 that you intend to buy. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified when part 2 comes out. Subscribing also motivates us tremendously to keep coming out with great videos on classic cars just for you. You can easily find many W140s available for sale for a mere fraction of their selling price when new. You may be tempted to think that W140s are affordable, but as the saying goes, there are few things more expensive than a cheap Mercedes-Benz, and there are even fewer things more expensive than a cheap W140. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class W140 is an over-engineered automobile. Well built but complex. Just take a look at the video we did on the 30 cool features on a W140 that you wouldn't see even on modern automobiles today, and you start to get the idea of just how many things could possibly go wrong in a W140. Having said that, few automobiles drive like the W140 even by modern standards. Let's just say that the ownership experience of a W140 is well worth the effort to do your homework, to find a nice example, and to continue to maintain it well for the years to come. Now, let's get straight into our list of the 5 things to consider when choosing your W140. Number 1. The model year. Mercedes-Benz produced more than 400,000 W140s over its production run from 1991 to 1998. There were 2 noteworthy facelifts over the years, with the first facelift in 1994 for the 1995 model year that introduced significant changes to the exterior and interior of the car. For the exterior, the front grille was streamlined, the headlamps improved for better illumination, the front amber indicators replaced with clear lenses, bumpers and side claddings now have a horizontal groove to make the car look sleeker, side mirrors have an updated design, taillights and trunk lid have been revised. The ride height was also lowered by about half an inch. For the interior, the most noticeable revisions are the door cards, with thicker armrests and larger side pocket storage. In 1996, there was a minor facelift where the rear tail lights adopted clear indicator lenses, the parking assist poles removed and replaced with the optional Parktronic feature, and the center console stack receiving a new digital climate control unit. Some people prefer the pre-facelift look, while others prefer the facelifted version. We would recommend W140s from 1995 onwards, as W140s from 92 to 94 may have issues with biodegradable wiring harnesses. If you are adamant on getting a pre-facelift version, ensure that the wiring harness has been addressed. It is essential to arm yourself with knowledge on what is correct for a car based on model year, and avoid W140s that have been modified with a Frankenstein of facelifted or non-original parts. Number 2. Engine capacity. The W140 has plenty of engines to choose from, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. The OM603 3.5 litre and OM606 3 litre diesel engines are known to be robust and reliable. The M104 2.8 litre and 3.0 litre engines have a relatively good fuel economy, less complex, adequate pulling power and reliable. These smaller capacity engines are also preferred in countries such as Malaysia that have significant tax costs for large capacity engines. The majority of W140s came from the factory with the M104 engine, hence parts are more readily available for this type of engine. The M119 5 litre packs a good punch for power to haul this 2-ton vehicle around. The V8 makes a great sound and is known to be reliable if it has been maintained well. parts for the M119 engine tend to be a bit more expensive as compared to the M104. The venerable M120 6-litre V12 is not for the faint-hearted. It is an amazingly smooth engine that delivers power effortlessly, but if something breaks, be prepared for your wallet to suffer. Choose an engine that suits your fancy and avoid entertaining the idea of engine swaps. Number 3. Transmission. The W140s were available in 4-speed or 5-speed automatic transmission, as well as a 5-speed manual transmission. There is a niche group of enthusiasts who have a fascination with W140s with a manual transmission. We do find it a bit strange, akin to a Rolls-Royce with a manual transmission, but to each their own. The 4-speed automatics are often seen as less desirable because, hey, everyone wants more gears, isn't it? However, we beg to differ. 4-speed automatics are incredibly reliable transmissions, and if they do need to be rebuilt, it would cost less to rebuild than a 5-speed automatic transmission. For the 5-speed automatics, there are 2 versions. The 722.5 transmission is actually a 4-speed with an electronically actuated overdrive gear. The 722.6 transmission is a proper 5-speed automatic. While these transmissions would give you better pickup and cruising revs, they are relatively less reliable than their 4-speed counterparts, and the cost of rebuild would be higher for the 5-speed automatics. Number 4. Short wheelbase or long wheelbase. The W140 was available in short wheelbase or long wheelbase versions. The long wheelbase gave an extra 10 cm of space exclusively to the rear passenger legroom. When Mercedes-Benz changed the model nomenclature in 1994, the badging denoting a long wheelbase vehicle was removed. For example, the 500 SEL became the S500 with no differentiation between the short and long wheelbase versions. Sometimes it can be difficult to tell from pictures, but if you have the vehicle identification number, it becomes easy. In our opinion, the long wheelbase versions look more proportional given the car's overall dimensions. The diesel and 2.8-litre petrol engine variants only came in short wheelbase form. Number 5. Options. There are many options that you could tick off the list when buying a W140 new. From soft closing doors and electric memory seats to rear picnic tables and refrigerator, the W140 could be specified with many different combinations of options. We did a video highlighting 30 cool features in the W140, and that would give you an idea on what you could expect in the W140 in terms of options. Be clear on what options you deem as a must-have, because retrofitting options on a car that didn't come with them from the factory is almost always not worth the effort and expense. For example, retrofitting a refrigerator would also require a different fuel tank. Just bear in mind that the more options you have, the more likely something would go wrong. Now that you've made up your mind on which W140 you'd want to acquire, it's time to move on to some of the issues to look out for. Check out our part 2 video on the 15 common issues to look out for when evaluating a W140 that you intend to buy. Link in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.